Hey guys, Rick and Duke. Welcome to another episode of HOGG Words of Wisdom, coming to you live from firing range, wherever you're located at. Super excited for this episode, guys. We got something new that we're doing here at HOGG Tactical and Kelly Defense. It is a skill builder exercise we're going to start doing every month. So a little different than our OTR Patreon crew shooting skill shooting challenge. We're actually going to start doing some drill stuff, and I'm going to get a little more into the weeds on that one. But let me do some quick housekeeping. First and foremost, thank you guys for tuning in, giving us your most precious commodity, your time. I greatly appreciate it. Do us a huge favor, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Leave us a rating review. This is how we beat the big tech algorithm machine, unfortunately. You can go to warhog.com, kellydefense.com, sign up for those newsletters. You'll see all the links for our social sites. Guys, just help us out, man. Give us a follow, right? We are just trying to figure out how to beat this whole big tech algorithm suppression. I don't know if there's a way to, but every little bit that we get helps. Oh, by the way, this episode of HOGG Words of Wisdom brought to you by the Firearms Training Notebook. Need to have a plan for your firearms training, both your live and your dry, and the Firearms Training Notebook is a perfect tool to supplement that training. So we're going to get more in the weeds on the Firearms Training Notebook and more. But let's talk about what we got going on. So me and Mark are doing a slight shift. Like I said, we were doing a shooting challenge. At the end of the day, are you really building the skill from the shooting challenge? You may or may not. What we've opted to do is a skill builder exercise. So starting November 1st, we're going to do the HOGG Self Eval as the skill builder exercise. If you're not familiar with the HOGG Self Eval, just go to YouTube, type it in. If you're not in the newsletter, all this stuff is going to be out. We got a blog on it. All these, we're going to put as much information as we can for you guys. HOGG Self Eval can be shot with either your pistol or your carbine. Pistol shot at 5, carbine shot at 7. Basically takes 2 mags of 6. Here's the thing. The HOGG Self Eval, it's a performance on demand drill. There's no warm up beforehand. You just go out there and you shoot it to see where you're at. Again, you can shoot it numerous different ways. So you'll have a 4x6 card and a 3x5 card on some type of backer. And again, just watch the video to kind of show you how to lay that out. The intent being is we're looking to try to do as many different skill sets when it comes to firearms manipulation, marksmanship as we can. So you've got either draw from the holster presentation, low ready up drill, transition, numerous different things in there. Multi-shot engagement on a target index, another multi-shot engagement, speed magazine change, and then finish the whole drill back off. So long story short, we have these epiphany moments, and one being when I was out shooting this drill, I wanted to show all the variations. I think that's now going to become the standard. So starting out shooting the self eval, will I still keep the ready position? I might just grab that data for, from my ready position out to my first shot. But we did draw from the holster, again, all with the pistol at 5, draw from concealment. And then we introduced the carbine at 7, did a carbine only, 6 and 6. And then we did a transition from carbine to pistol, 6 carbine, and then 6 pistol. So I think it's definitely a good thing we're going to add in there, and pulled a whole bunch of data, right? So the whole key part was pulling data for the Firearms Training Notebook. So once you kind of get the initial drill set up, the intent being for this skill builder exercise is go out as close as you can towards the first of the month, shoot the drill. Here's the thing, guys, right? There's no standard. There's no nothing. It's just straight you and what your performance on demand is. Now, I'm going to say this, guys, be careful, right? We'll see a bunch of smoke and mirrors on the interwebs. Patrons, you're going to get some more info because I did a sidebar once I was done shooting this whole thing, info to pass to you guys. If you guys want to see more of that, you can go to our Patreon page. It's free to join, patreon.com/On the Range podcast. Become part of the crew, just a great group of people, like-minded individuals looking to become 1% better every single day. But the point being is straight performance on demand. Hey, you bobble, let's say you're drawing from the holster. You bobble that. Just run with it. Don't do a restart. Don't go, oh, I screwed that up. No. You bobble the mag change. It doesn't matter. The only buy, personally for me, and again, it's your self-eval. You can do whatever you want. The only buy that I will slightly give myself is if I have an ammunition malfunction, i.e. failure to fire, something like that. I'll still continue the drill because I still want to capture that data. I'm still collecting valuable data to put inside the book. But I didn't get a true run of the eval, if that makes sense, to see truly where my skills are. Here's the thing. I got to hit on this performance on demand, right? We see too many times all these gee whiz bang stuff on the interwebs, and dude, you can manipulate that stuff however you want. This is between you and yourself. Hey, if you got a shooting crew, tribe, team, something, right? And that's what we do here at On the Range podcast, right? We've got the OTR Patreon crew. That's kind of your accountability, right? So if you and your buddy want to go out there, hey, one films one and times it, one films the other and times it. Hey, this is more information for me to improve my marksmanship journey, right? But it's not about watching something on the interwebs, watch all this blasting and rolling and craziness, never even see what target they're shooting at. Yes, the self-eval is a little more demanding, right? It's on either 3x5 card or a 4x6 card. We want that marksmanship accountability. So just trying to hone you guys into as many different skill sets as we can. But the point being is you shoot it the first of the month. You have the rest of the month to train, right? To train that. And then kind of recircle back towards the end of the month and just see where my improvement is. The key part is you've got to put the time in. And, we had, Pete on the show. He summed it up the best, man. He was like, if you say you don't have time, then it's not a priority. If you're really wanting to improve your firearm skill, it's got to be a priority. You got to put the time towards it, right? You've got to put that dry fire in. That's where you're going to make your money. Have a solid dry fire plan. And the firearms training notebook is that perfect tool that helps you annotate, hey, I can see my initial data from my self-eval and then start developing my plan. Where's the points that I can make the most improvement? So typically what we see for most guys, if you look at it, between shot 7, which is the speed magazine change, and shot 1, which is presenting that pistol, whether it's draw, carbine from the low rate, whatever, those are typically the two biggest points to get guys to see some improvement. Now, we got some tricks up our sleeve. I won't say tricks, but just education points, how to clean those things up and make things better. So again, you can improve your firearm skill. But at the end of the day, this is going to be our new focus. This is going to be our push to do some type of skill builder exercise to go, hey, here's what we're looking to do. Now, here's the thing, guys. Depending where you're at, can you get that incremental improvement? That's what we're looking for. The whole analogy, or mantra, for lack of better terms, of being 1% better every single day, that's what we're looking to do. How can we incrementally build? And then, oh, by the way, a good solid month of training. And if you want to go back out and live fire it mid-month every week, I don't care, right? Your range facilities better than me. You know what access you have. But if you do nothing more than just dry fire, and have a solid plan. Let me talk about dry firing real quick, right? Bunch of different things out there when it comes to dry firing. How much time should I take to dry fire? It doesn't take much. If you literally take 3 to 5 minutes and focus on that skill you're working on, boom. Here's the key thing. You do need a timer. You need some type of shot timer to keep yourself in check, because there's been times out in the range where I've done things going, man, that was fast. And I look at the time and go, ooh, guess it wasn't. And then there's other times I go, man, that wasn't that good. And I look at the time and go, man, all right. So the shot timer is what's going to keep you straight. And again, having your accountability. So when you're doing your dry fire, look at whatever that skill set is. Let's just say it's the pistol presentation, right? Let's say you had 1.25 seconds to present out. What's a tangible goal? Hey, within that month, can I get it down to a second, sub-second? I think you definitely could, but you got to take incremental bites, right? So to me, I would reverse engineer things to go, all right, let me set myself up. I did it at a 1.25 in the range. Maybe I go to 1.35, 1.40 for my dry fire, consistently hitting those marks. Yep, everything's good. Trigger press, all my things, my grip's not changing, modulating. Everything that I'm doing is good. I'm getting on the dot of the sights each and every time. Yep, cool. Now we're going to start bringing the time down. And again, maybe I start, let's say I'm at that 1.35, right? Boom. I'm back to 1.25 all day long. Maybe I bump it down to 1.15. Maybe I go to 1.10. Hey, 110 is too much. I go to 115, or excuse me, back to 115, get it there. Yep. Now we're at 110. So it's this constant ebbs and flows going back and forth. But you want to make sure you can't lie to yourself and go, hey, I had no sight picture, press the trigger each and every time. Go, yeah, that's good. Nope, it's not. Because I still have to have that marksmanship accountability. And you'll find as you're doing dry fire stuff, and that's the beauty with the firearms training notebook, right? You got this note section in there, and I just flipped to a page here, but you got that note section. Man, fill that thing out each time you're doing your sessions, And I apologize for the listeners. You didn't see the note section. Viewers, hey, you caught it. But put that note section in there. So that way you're not repeating those same mistakes, or if you learn something new or whatever the case may be. Dude, I can start my session by writing that note in there going, boom, hey, focus on this. Because why? I've already got that plan laid out via my firearms training notebook to go, boom, here's what we're doing. And I got it. Some of you guys are asking, well, where do you get this firearms training notebook at? Super easy. Go to warhog.com, kellydefense.com, or swing by Amazon. Just type in the firearms training notebook. Bam, there it is. If you stay consistent, every single day, you've got about 30 days by design of training pages. And then, oh, by the way, your kind of check on is your self-eval. It's just a good overall skill builder, in my opinion. Now, a couple things. So I want to talk about the old epiphany I had. So when I was filming this for the video we're putting out, kind of laying this thing out, I shot the eval all at one kind of swoop, right? So from the ready, draw from a level 3 Safari Land holster, draw from concealment, all carbine, and then a carbine pistol transition in there. I think that's going to be my standard from here on out. So versus me just going out there going, hey, I'm going to shoot one, I'm going to shoot them all and just capture all that data. Because here's the thing, I learned something on each and every one that now I can go back and go, okay, cool. What do I need to focus on? Not gonna lie, man, my magazine changed from concealment. Run in the front pocket. Got to find a better system, right? Might need to go out to old Neomag, one of them magnetic clips in there to have that a little better. Working all that piece. So again, just learning points in there. But that's the whole intent of you going out there to train. And it doesn't matter what skill you're looking to do. Yes, we're focused on the firearms piece, but it can be anything, man. Anything in life that requires a skill, you've got to put the time in towards it. If you don't, hey, it's not a priority, and you're really not looking to make yourself that 1% better every single day. Intent being, again, November. We're going to give you another little piece of the pie here as a skill builder. Work on that. Same thing. Shoot at the first. Train throughout the month. Circle back at the end of the month. Bam, reshoot it. We're just going to keep this thing rolling. So biggest thing, patrons are going to get probably the most benefit, because when we do our bi-monthly Zoom calls, hey, you want to sit there and open this stuff up? Bam, by all means, there it is, right? We'll look at the numbers. We'll sit there and go, hey, man, you're at this. Let's look at that. We've had patrons, have video playing as we're doing stuff. I mean, all kinds of ways we can skin this cat. But we want to make sure that you are doing everything you can to make yourself incrementally better in your firearms training process. So patrons, stand by. We'll have more content for you guys here in a minute. But for the rest of you guys, hey, give it a shake. Definitely swing by warhog.com, see that blog. To kind of lay things out. I know Safari Land is going to put out similar blog as well. We've got the YouTube video out there that kind of lays out everything, but hopefully you guys have a better understanding of where, at least as far as the quote unquote skill builder exercise, drifting away from the shooting challenge now to really going, hey, what's this skill that we're trying to focus on to make ourselves incrementally better? And again, you guys know me, we're going to use that building block methodology moving forward to kind of build on really ramping your skill set when it comes to self-eval. Here's the thing. Last part I'll put, yes, we've got the self-eval set up, kind of the way we do it, and you're more than welcome to do that. If you want to try something else, you want to use different targets, whatever, feel free, right? The world's your oyster. The beauty is you want something that's consistent and repeatable. The other part is we wanted to make it indoor range friendly as well. So I can still have a multi-target engagement, even if I'm in a indoor range with a single bay, all I did was just put up index cards. So again, some places don't let you draw from the holster. So hey, maybe the pistol presentation is there. So again, just trying to make it as user-friendly depending on your range facility as we can. Biggest thing, guys, we just want to see you become 1% better every single day. Guys, Warhog Words of Wisdom is you got to get out there and train at the end of the day. Shoot the self eval at the beginning of the month, train for that month, and then reshoot at the end of the month. I guarantee if you're putting time in, you're going to see that improvements. Patron standby. We got more added content for you guys. For the rest of you guys, appreciate all your support. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button on whatever platform you listen to. Leave us that rating review. That's the only thing that's going to help all this big tech algorithm. Don't forget, get out and vote. Super important. If you haven't, don't sit there and go, hey, my vote doesn't matter. It most certainly does. Be part of the democratic change of a great republic we live in. Anyway, guys, make sure you're out there training hard. Stay safe. We'll see you on the range. God bless you, your family, our troops, and God bless the United States of America.